From the deep, dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikitas, Tabitha, and Greebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Welcome to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you how to play the game. I am Tabitha. Over there is the eternal Greebog.
Greetings. So this is episode 153, Recruiting the Recruits. Yeah, no Nikitas tonight. He is working. But should be a good episode. So I'm trying to think. Well, I guess here let's Tabby go. What was your week like? How have you been? All that fun stuff. Been keeping busy, I'm sure.
Keeping absolutely busier than I would prefer to be, but I have gotten more time into STO, which has made me happier. I've been putting out a little bit more art. Because of the flagship event, I've put out a couple of images of the flagships. I've got 2 down, 2 to go. I did the Enterprise F and I did the IKS whatever it is. Your ship.
Yes.
That we were in the TFO with. I still need to do Nikitas's ship, and I don't know how I'm going to get that Dominion ship, but
I think I might have a copy.
cool.
But yeah.
But other than that, I've been continuing recovering, resting, taking care of myself, playing more games, working on getting back to my own streaming, hoping to get that live. It has been over a month since I've been live. I was looking at my last VOD.
Wow.
And last time I was live was over a month ago. This is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. How about you? What have you been up to?
I've been playing some STO because STO. I've also I also have been let's see what I play some WoW. There for those that don't know, the Catalyst thing for the season 2 section of everything has gone live. So now you can create your own tier if you need it. So that'll be interesting. I can help fill out my characters that, well, I'll be able to help my paladin, my DK. Apparently I already have everything at heroic level and maxed all the way up on upgrades, except for I'm working on getting the tokens from running Mythic Pluses that give me the equivalent of upgrading them to Mythic rate level. But yeah, so my DK doesn't need the Catalyst, but my Paladin does. Though I might use the Catalyst to built in appearance slots that I need to complete sets for transmog, because everyone knows, whether it be Space Barbie or Fantasy Barbie, that's the real end game.
Absolutely.
It's like, and outside of that, I tinkered with my Raspberry Pi, getting it up to date, updating Foundry. I use Foundry for doing virtual tabletops for D&D and such. That there was a huge update there that I had to do, which meant backing up things and yada yada. But STO doing the daily, I've been debating. So for those that don't know, I have a lifetime sub, and so I get a stipend, and sometimes I will use the stipend to gamble, because that's the way I'm going to buy keys, or I'm going to buy promo boxes, is is that's how I'm gambling. I apparently have gambled enough that my bad luck had gotten to the point that this time when I used some of my stipend, I ended up getting a promo box, a ship in a box.
That is
So
awesome.
it's sitting. That was why those on our Discord noticed I put out what are your top 3 ships from promo or from lockbox, like the Infinity lockbox system. What are your top 3? There's a reason for that. I'm that character's also sitting on a T6 Infinity lockbox in his bank because I can't decide. I am. It's such a big choice because once you open it, it's said and done, and it's locked to that character, that ship. So, which is why I guess I have decision paralysis on making that decision. Though I also asked because we'll get into the here. Let's just go right into the news. Though this isn't technically in the news. So we have a current. Well, part of it is. So we have the event campaign 5 that's going on, and the current event, which is the flagship celebration, which goes from it's been going on since the 8th, and it goes to the 29th. And you have to get 14 completions to get the final reward, which is a hologram of Dr. Beverly Crusher, science officer. You'll also get a flagship distress frequency transponder that will summon your fleet's flagship for 45 seconds. It is an epic ship device. And when you do your emergency distress frequency, like fleet support ability, it will, instead of having all the various other ships, your flagship comes in and helps you. So, but to get the completions for this, there are 4 TFOs. You have Borg Disconnected, Jupiter Eratus, Swarm, and Synthwave. I would say definitely people should be doing this, 1 because it's part of the event campaign, and 2 having another Beverly Crusher as a bridge officer is definitely a cool thing. But yeah, the event campaign here, for some people, they are completing it now. I obviously, if you look on the screen here, am still a ways behind. I don't know that I'll be able to complete it this event. I'll probably have to get it finished in the next event, though we have 2 more events that are part of the campaign. So it's not like I won't be pressured for time. But yeah, the main reason I'm probably this year on my main account going to be picking the premium tier 6 starship choice pack because yeah, more ships, which is why I asked what 3 to 5 the top 3 to 5 ships people wanted out of the premium ships, because I'm like I'm literally going to be sitting on being able to get 3 of them here in about.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's why I'm like going, okay, now, so if I have 2 promo ships that I want, I'll pick a promo ship from the event campaign, and then I can use the promo box to get the other one. If I want 2 lockbox ships, I can use the event campaign to get one of the lockbox ships and the lockbox in my bank to get the other one. That's why I was literally trying to make a list on figuring out where am I having the duplicates. Like, where do I want more ships from, promo or lockbox, so that way come the event campaign I choose wisely.
My decisions were based purely on canon ships that I'm going to want to make images of. Space Barbie reasons.
See, I'm really torn on the promo side. I kind of like the Connie 3 for the appearance. It's unfortunate that it doesn't perform as well as it did in the show. I'll just say that. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I've got Kitchen Witchin off of Twitter. She's going to be getting me. She's going to be passing me a demo record file of the Connie 3.
cool. Well, then maybe I'll go the other path then, because I was kind of torn between it and the Inquiry. I at first did not like the Inquiry. I think the weird lighting thing, the way they did around the edge of the hall, the saucer. I didn't care for those white dots that just go all the way around it. Um, but then I'm like, I was like looking up the ship more. It's an Arbiter. I can make it look like the Avenger. I can make it look like the Arbiter. I don't have to make it look like the Inquiry.
The thing that I don't like about the Inquiry is that the freaking deflector, the weird monster grill on the Inquiry. I hate it.
Yeah. So that was why, like, because I wasn't a big fan of the Inquiry look, and I'm like, I love the Arbiter, so I can just make it look like the Arbiter. And once I learned that out, I was like, it became one of like, I'm now more interested in this ship. Because so it's supposed to be a really good ship in performance. It has a lot of, basically it's the Arbiter but with full spec seating. It is a beefed up Arbiter, which the Arbiter already is a pretty beefy ship. So that was one of the reasons why I was like, I'm really interested in it. But out of Lockbox, Excelsior 2 is really calling to me. I don't know why. There's something about the Excelsior 2 that I really like. And then of course there's the Crossfield Spearhead refit. Not the mirror, not the other. It's essentially the ship from Discovery once they took it into the 32nd century and refit it to 32nd century tech. It has a trait on it that everyone, it's basically become kind of a meta trait. Universal designs, I believe. And essentially every time you use like a universal console, it triggers off of universal console use, which anymore, if you've looked a lot of ship builds, almost all consoles are being used are universal except for the TAC, which that might change now with the advanced consoles. So, but even still, all consoles are going universal except for the whatever advanced console you're using. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's some news and my thoughts and the event campaign and the featured event. Definitely do it if you just get a hologram Beverly. For those that already have the mirror Beverly, you'll have two Beverlys. So yeah.
So I blanked out. Did we skip over the timeline needs?
I kind of did, yes, because I started talking about things, and then I started talking about why I wanted ships, and then how that related with the flagship celebration event, which is part of the also a big event. So if you want to go ahead and take the timeline needs you and the lifetime sub sale.
Okay, good, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't have my own timeline event and completely miss my section.
I'm random, yo.
But yes, from June 8th to June 29th, you can, so we're about halfway through it. You can create your very own temporal agent recruit. Now, once you have the temporal device, there is no time limit on completing all of the requirements because, like, let's be honest, it takes a lot of time and a lot of work to complete all of those temporal requirements. But once you get the temporal device, you have all the time in the world to finish the rest of it. Now, the temporal agent does take more time than the others to get your device. The other recruits, pretty much you just have to just take a few steps into the holodeck and then come out of the holodeck and they give it to you. The Romulan is a little bit longer, but not too much longer. The temporal recruit, you have to go all the way through the freaking tutorial until you're level 10 before you get your transponder. So it takes a little bit longer. But it's still not big of an investment. It's an hour or two. But a lot of the unlocks for the temporal recruit are account wide. They've updated the goals, and all of the goals are retroactive to recruits that you've made previously. So if you've already got a recruit, then just log into it. You're fine. You don't need to make a new one to get all the new stuff. All the TOS themed items, wait, ends June 15th, so it's probably already over by now. Let me look in the Zen store real quick.
There's no sale tab in the Zen store anymore, so the sales are done.
The TOS themed Zen store sale is over. You missed out. It's fine. They do these sales all the time. Let's see.
Lifetime sub sale.
Yeah. Now, one thing that they did just announce today, and that they usually don't announce these ahead of time. They just kind of drop them on top of us, and by the time we realize what's happening, it's already half over, or like we already missed it. But they have done. They announced today a lifetime subscription sale, 50% off of the lifetime sub from June 16th from 8 a.m. Pacific to June 19th. 8 a.m. Pacific, and then 33% off from June 19th at 8 a.m. Pacific to July 20th, 12 p.m. Pacific. So that puts the price at $149.99 from June 16th to June 19th, and $199.99 from June 19th to July 20th. And to anybody who's not familiar with what you get out of the lifetime subscription, it's a pretty hefty amount. Not only do you get a monthly stipend of Zen, but you get like what is it you get, Greebog?
Oh, here, I can pull up their post quick because they talk about it all the time. I know Talaxian is one of the items that is part of the lifetime sub, as a playable race. Let's see. Pull this up quick.
You know, you know what really sucks? The fact that like tomorrow is my birthday and I can't jump on this sale.
Lifetime rewards, which is a different thing than the sale thing. All right, so career officer title, stalwart accolade and title. There's a bunch of titles. There's all kinds of titles. If you were looking for titles, redoubtable accolade, dauntless, valiant, relentless, magnificent, the impressive, vigilant, guardian, Starfleet veteran for Federation captains, and Empire veteran for KDF, and Republic veteran for Romulan. You also get costumes. There's a veteran badge. There's there's all kinds of costume stuff in here. You even get ships. In case you did not know that. The main notable thing is the Tier 6 Manticore Heavy Destroyer for Federation, the Dovku Heavy Destroyer for KDF, and the Danaeus Heavy Destroyer for Romulan. They even have their T5 counterparts. You also can get those. Yeah. And it unlocks a material in the Starship customizers, a veteran material. There's also a Vice Admiral ship token, a T5 ship upgrade token. That is one T5 ship upgrade for your entire account. Then, yeah, more ship slots, more costume slots, more bank slots, more slots, more account bank. Yeah, there's an android bridge. There's some bridge officers, some space EV suits. Yeah. did I? There's a lot that comes in this on top of the stipend. Ship firework emote, 5% skill point and officer skill point boost for you and your team. The 1,000 dilithium refinement every 48 hours, which is a DOF mission that you can find at one of your faction's academies. There's a veteran dilithium refiner. So instead of only being able to do 8,000 a day, you can do 9,000 dilithium. This doesn't talk about the
So yeah,
races.
tons and tons of stuff.
Yeah. I was like, there's also like you get 500 Zen a month. You get playable Talaxian species. I thought there was other stuff too. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff. So they try to make it worth your while to do it. And if you're gonna play STO for a long period of time, that essentially it's $5 a month that they are giving you in Zen. So sure, it's going to take you a while to get your money back Zen wise, but I mean, yeah.
I don't know. With all that stuff that they give you, you break even pretty quick.
I mean, yeah, you get ships in there, so, and those are essentially $30 would be $30 a pop, $20 for the T5 variants. But yeah, a lot of goodies. All right. So that is this week in STO. Sort of lighter news this week, but they also didn't do a 10 forward. Next week, I expect the news will be plentiful. I expect that we're going to hear Kale kind of, I don't know if he meant to leak that he basically next week we should be finding out what the summer event ship is going to be. Because he was talking about, oh, I couldn't have this person on until he's like, I was gonna have them on next week, or well, last week he was like, I'll have them on 2 weeks, but then he was like, then I realized that's when the event we're gonna talk about the summer event ship. And I'm like, oh, so he kind of confirmed the summer event ship's gonna get dropped next week. But
that's gonna be exciting.
I'm kind of curious if we went to Ryza now, if it's already floating up in space, like
Ooh.
I have not checked that. Yeah. Anyway, on to so this topic. Tonight we're talking about recruits, all the recruits, which means we're kind of going into a quick, brief thing of what they give you. Because obviously we can't, other than going through it every piece by piece, it would take forever to do that. And it's more important you kind of get an idea of what some of the stuff you get out of it, at least in my opinion. So while a recruit event is going on, there's a special bonus, and you probably have noticed this when running around with some of the like temporal recruits right now during this event. So whenever you're killing stuff, if there's a temporal recruit in the TFO with you, or in the mission, or anything that you're doing with them, if they're in your party, there is a small chance of dropping some bonus dilithium. This holds true for both Delta, well, also with Delta and KDF recruits. The one that is the oddball out is the Gamma recruit. Instead of the bonus dilithium, it's salvage.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, I was like, why salvage? I don't know. But so since I'm right here by the reclaim person, there's also, when you unlock things, there are people you can go talk to get your account wide unlocks. And there's one at Earth Space Dock who is Philip Cray, who is right outside of Admiral Quinn's office. And then we have at First City, there's Commander Quan. He is in the hall as you run in to the Great Hall. He is right there on the right before you go down the steps. The Romulan one, that's the one I always question where it was, because I thought it would be on New Romulus in the main city. Or in, because like they give us that whole new nice little runaround town-ish spot for the Romulans, but no, it is here.
Honestly, that command center is the best looking place of the bunch.
Yeah, but instead they put it on the flotilla, and it's right here, Sub Commander Kale. Not to be confused with Ambassador Kale.
Can help you with today.
Yeah, here's Philip Cray right here. Oh, look at this dude!
Yeah.
This guy's Space Barbie is on point.
The one thing to note is that you have to be level 20 or higher. If you're a Jim Hadar captain, because you already start at level 60, you have to get not just to 65, but you also have to have 20 hours of played time. So there is a way to check that. You can do a command in game that is just /played, and it will pop up a line that says, you've been active duty for 4 days, 6 hours, 50. This is an alt, and I have 4 days on it. I play too much. But when you come into these people at the various locations, you have your different recruit unlocks that you can just go through and claim their stuff. Yeah. If it's not grayed out, you can claim it. If it's grayed out, you still need to do something to unlock it. All right. Since you're on a temporal recruit, why don't you take that?
Temporal Recruits, the bonus story line to the Temporal Recruits adds in some Nakul lore, and contrary to the name, it is quite cool. Hardy, hard.
Did I put that in there, or did you just add
that
in there?
I ad-libbed that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like something I would do.
It totally does. But the device you get is a temporal transponder. To get it, you must complete the Agents of Yesterday story arc, the longest to get of the 4. Wait, are you sure that's no? It's not the Agents of Yesterday. Oh wait, yeah, no. The mission is the Battle of Caleb, but yes, the Agents of Yesterday story arc. It's the longest. As I mentioned before, it's the longest to get of the 4. The races that you have to do it's limited to the original series captains, which is like Vulcan, Human, Andorian, and
Tellarite?
Tellarite, yes, Tellarite. The notable rewards to that one, Starship trait, improved command frequency, improved predictive algorithms, improved pedal to metal, and improved nonlinear progression. Starship trait, improved critical systems. Space trait, advanced rapid support. R&D packs. And small R&D R&D XP bonus pool. One large R&D XP bonus pool. Extra large bonus salvage. 10 Admiralty assignment pass tokens. The Temporal Agent Barrett duty officer. A total of 2,895 of any mark. 1,850 fleet marks, 27,000 dilithium ore, 20% bonus additional Admiralty campaign experience and skill points unlock. 20,000 reputation dilithium, 5,000 fleet only dilithium, 750,000 energy credits, and Mark 13 ultra rare reputation equipment project unlock.
That last one is probably one of the big ones there. When you go to do your reputations and make items, getting that one means any item that you go in here from the reputations starts at Mark 13 instead of 10 or I don't know. It's
Wait,
not, yeah.
How do you wait? That is that account wide or
That's
just
an
for that
account wide.
character?
That is an account wide big unlock.
Oh my god! I need to hurry up and get that.
Yeah, that is one of the. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like going, wait, that's an unlock, and then I'm like, oh, I apparently already have it. That is for 10 reputations to tier 5. That is what triggers that.
That's not hard.
I mean, with all those bonus marks. But yeah.
Is that new? I don't remember seeing that before.
I am not seeing. Oh, prior to 2021, rerun this event. This objective originally progressing all 9, then concurrent reputations to tier 5. It doesn't. There is a caveat. If you started any projects before this, they will not bump up if they've already been in, you already put them in the slot, even if you didn't complete them. You have to wait until you
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that makes sense with the way a lot of the systems work. It sounds like maybe 2021 there was just a tweak to change it to the 10 reputations instead of 9, because I think got more reputations. But outside of that, that's the only thing I'm seeing different. Yeah.
Okay, that is cool.
All right. On to Delta recruits. So I'm on my Delta recruit. This one's a little different. And there's a reason why I say that. So the Delta recruits adds in also some bonus story. It adds in some more Iconian lore. There are going to be little things that you can find, little technology bits that you can find throughout the missions that will give you some more Iconian lore. You get this device that it's a Tesseract communication receiver. You get it fairly quickly. I mean, you don't even get off your initial starter planet before you end up picking up the device. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
well,
like
that's if you're Romulan. If
you do a quest or two, because in the initial quest they send you into the holodeck for target practice, and then you come out of the holodeck and they give you the device.
Yeah. was like, it
Except for the
varies.
Romulan, it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah, the Romulan's probably the longest, but it is still fairly quick. All of them are fairly like. The races that you can make is obviously you can go with the Romulan faction, or you can go with Klingon Defense Force faction, or you can go Federation. And it's
But why would you not go with Romulan though?
I mean, this is also when they introduced, like when Delta recruits were new. Well, when Delta recruits were new was when they brought in the Romulan faction, so to be playable. Yeah. The one thing to note is to unlock all account-wide unlocks, you need one of each for the separate story arcs. So you'll need one Romulan faction tune, you'll need one Klingon Defense Force faction tune, and one Federation. Now, yes, the Romulan can go and assist the KDF or the Federation. That part doesn't matter. There's essentially story arcs that all three of them have access to that the others do not. And that is why. There are 4 story arcs unique to the Starfleet side. There are 5 story arcs unique to the KDF side. And there are 6 story arcs unique to the Romulan. So, and it's typically all of these the top story arcs in the list here. But, basically, yeah. You start with, like, for the Romulan ones from the Ashes and go all the way through Freedom. And then Cardassian Struggle, I think, is pretty much where they all join together. Actually, it looks like maybe Borg Advance for the Starfleet KDF. I don't know. There's 4 story arcs and 5 story arcs, depending. But that will get you all the unlocks. All the other challenges are the same. It's just the story arcs that make it different. All right, so notable rewards. You get the USS Voyager Admiralty card. You'll get 1,800 choice of marks. You'll get 1,200 fleet marks. There's a device called the Temporal Negotiator. Do I have that on my tune somewhere? Probably somewhere. Am I using it? No, this is the Paradox Corrector. That's the other. So the Temporal Negotiator is a space device, which reduces tactical bridge officer cooldowns. Then there's the Paradox Corrector. I need to fix his spelling on that. I don't know that we want to connect paradoxes. This does, it's an AoE ground res. So if you're running with a party, you could have that and hit it and get everyone up that's within, does it say? It does not say a range. I would imagine 10 kilometers. Well, not 10 kilometers. I don't know. I'm now questioning that. There is a special note also here on how to get the story arc for the Delta part. Here. So if you notice, here is the Delta recruit played the Delta Quadrant. There is a story arc for Delta Quadrant. The what's different about that is the fact that part of the Delta Quadrant story arc has you go to Kabali Prime, and you don't have to technically complete the arc to go down the chain in the game, like the episodes. You can go to the next episode after you go there once. However, you don't get credit for completing the arc until you've completed the Kabali Crisis Acts 1, 2, and 3 on Kabali Prime. You have to go through all of that on the ground. So there's a lot of people that thought that the Delta arc, the Delta Quadrant arc, was bugged, and that is what was really the problem. They did not complete all of the acts on the ground. All right. You want me to go to the KDF, or do you want to take the KDF?
I will take the KDF.
I'll switch to one of my gammas.
So there's not much changes to the story on the KDF recruit. But the device that you get is the encrypted Klingon receiver. You get that during the tutorial mission End of Watch, which is pretty much right after, like shortly after you get out of the holodeck. You run down the hall and you get the device. The races are limited to standard Klingon Defense Force captains. Now, you don't have to be an actual Klingon. You can be an alien or an Orion or pretty much just about anything on the Klingon side. Now, notable rewards from this are now for the recruit only. You get a special duty officer, Sobeknef something. Bless you. And that's for the recruit only. Account-wide, you unlock a T6 Imchala Bird of Prey, a Batleth of Stovokor, so like an account-wide Batleth for all of your Space Barbie needs, or like whenever you need to fight Borg, you've got a epic Batleth. Ground trait, improved Warrior's Blood. Starship trait, improved Hunter's Instinct. 10% bonus Endeavor XP. Really, really helpful for getting all those endeavors. Jula's Right Hand, Bird of Prey Admiral 3 card. Duty Officer Adet Pa, the Witch of Nimbus 3. Universal Kit Module, Piezoelectric Execution Scepter. 1,300 rep fleet marks plus 5 elite marks. 50 fleet marks plus 5k fleet dilithium.
If you don't know what elite marks are, those are the things like the ancient power cells and the the special, like on top of the marks you need 5 of these special things that drop from advanced and so on and so forth.
You want to take us into the Gamma recruits?
All right, Gamma recruits. This is limited to Jem'Hadar. Now, if you paid to unlock the Vanguard Jem'Hadar, they can count 2. Obviously, you can only create them when the event's going on. There is no real story change. They just added more story that everyone can play through. There are a couple missions at the very, very start that only you get to do, which is the Engineered for War story arc, which during the final mission is when you get your device, which is, go over here, which is the Dominion transponder. And it doesn't take too long to get to that final mission. So I'd say probably 30 minutes ish. They're fairly quick missions. But some of the notable rewards is a Starship trait, improved demolition teams, and improved unconventional tactics, and improved arrest. For those are essentially some of these improved ones. Essentially, they are you already have the non-improved versions as an engineer or tac or science. It turns those into improved variants of those traits. So that's where they're coming in. You also get R&D materials plus R&D, 2 R&D bonus pools, XP bonus pools, 1 extra large bonus salvage pool. From the Admiralty side, you'll get Odo's flagship Admiralty card, 1,310 marks, 100 Gamma marks, and 1 Germanium Corpus fragment, 20k rep only dilithium, 225 fleet marks, and 22,500 fleet dilithium, 2,350,000 EC electronic credits, 35,000 expertise, 21,000 dilithium ore, one ultimate tech upgrade that you will choose between engineering, science, or shields. And then there's a duty officer, Malik Ektan. Yeah. Bless you.
Yeah, some of these names definitely sound like a sneeze.
I don't. Don't be me. Do not try to create a recruit of every type. As in, you don't need a tax science engineer of each one of these. I would only create one of them, do the challenges, and move on. Except for obviously Delta, you need 3 of those, one from each of the factions to get the story arc completions. Because otherwise,
I once tried to do that, and I burned myself out for like over a year.
Yeah, I was hitting a wall. It became a giant wall that I'm just like, I can't do this. I just can't. I kind of wish that they would let me just remove the flag that says they're a recruit and move on. I quit. I quit being a recruit. Where is that option? But I like I said, I did that too. I think a lot of people do that, thinking, "Oh, hey, these recruits, it's pretty neat. All these free rewards." Yeah. As you probably saw, I've completed a lot of the stuff and things for the 2 recruits that I showed. I had to specifically set aside. I did this. Some of you might remember I was streaming a lot of it. I set aside one night and streamed it that I'm going to be working on. It became my recruit night, and I would pick a goal and start working on it.
That would be cool for us to do, honestly. Like to do that together, because like I want to work on. I have a bunch of recruits sitting around that need to be worked on.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I have, like, my Gamma recruit here has everything except for the duty officer commendation stuff done. And I'm struggling to get motivated to do that because I feel the DOF system is a bit of a slog. I mean, it's not hard. It's just, I don't know. Command tables eventually just are not my favorite. Night, Firel.
Good night, Firel.
But if you have any questions about recruits, feel free to ask now. Otherwise, I'm going to hop to a character, and we can run the daily. Get some pew-pews in before the end of the stream.
Sounds good.
Let's see. I still wish. Oh, also, here's a good way to also know where you can pick the, like, when they're doing a recruit event. They put this nice sunburst rotating around the creation, like create a new character up here, and obviously here it has the TOS with the sunburst on it. So you know if you create one from the TOS that you can become a temporal recruit. And it's the only one that has that.
And also, like, in the character creation screen, in the description window, it'll tell you, actually, I'll show you on my screen.
Well, here, I was like, I'm right here, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, show everybody where it says.
So it'll default always to the top of the list, which says Starfleet. Boy, my game's being a little slow right now.
Good Lord. Are you running on a potato?
My computer is getting old. But here, if I move down to TOS, like, it has this special bracket area, temporal recruit event. 13 days, 16 hours, and the status is live. So odd that it doesn't have an end date in there, but I mean, it does tell you you have 13 days and 16 hours to do it. But if you were to go into the other ones, it's not there, though it's obviously being slow switching between background graphics. But yeah. Anyway, let's see here. But great recruits, they're fun. Just don't create too many. You'll kill you. Well, you'll hit a slog, or it'll be a wall of doom of what too much to do. And depending upon your personality, maybe it's a good thing to have a lot to do. For me, that wall just became too much. All right, let me. Are you on a tune that you want to do the daily on?
Yes.
Do. Oh, you're in here. All right. Do you care which one?
One that like probably not Jupiter Eratus because I can't hold the point by myself.
Well, let's do Swarm then.
Yes.
Swarm is a nice, friendly group one. And you can stick with me. I'm in my big tanky ship. Oh, so for those that haven't, I guess here's some news about the show. It's more back end stuff than anything else. I'm dropping my affiliate status by choice. And we're going to move over. I will set up Stream Elements to show you how to do subscriptions and so on and so forth. And I'll put update the Twitch page so that way it'll have it down there too. But I'm moving over to coffee because, you know, it's fairly simple.
It gives us a lot more freedom. Like we can put show notes and builds and stuff like that as posts on Coffee. So it gives us more flexibility on sharing information and stuff and content.
Also, they don't take Twitch takes a 50% cut, which a lot of people don't realize.
If you do a $5 sub, the show only gets $2.50.
Which is why I'm setting up the first tier to only sub for $2.50, because if why charge you more? Yeah. I might create extra tiers, but before I do that, I want to come up with rewards that better show it. I want to give quality. I want to give stuff for doing higher subscriptions.
Yeah, first we just kind of want to get something established.
What is... Now I'm looking at what else is running in the background that I can kill. Not much.
Well done.
Oh, someone has one of the ships from the newest mud bundle, I think. Here, I'm gonna go. Oh, should have went and sat on a satellite.
The satellite is back online. It will launch tractor mines against the Herc ships.
Target's shield has failed.
Okay, I need to get over there with you, Arcus. I'm gonna die.
I have threatening stance on. I have.
The last of the
Yeah, I think I'm on Alpha.
Oh yeah, I'm here with you now. I'm here in my Connie too.
Head to escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships.
This is annoying me. I don't know why. I don't normally have this problem during streaming. So here, well, I guess here I'm done with the show notes. I can go ahead and close that out.
I don't know what's going on. I don't usually have this problem.
I oddly killing one note, or well, not killing it, closing it has helped. I didn't really think one note was that much of a resource hog. I would go help the other lanes, but by the time I get there, it's apparently not going to matter.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
Ship is under attack. Target's shield has failed.
Herc Dreadnought on sensors. Be careful.
I love how it tells me immune after, because they're already blowing up, that I'm still trying to hit
Ships
them.
spotted at escape route Gamma.
They're
Get
immune.
over
You
there.
already killed them.
Target's shield has failed.
Yes, if anyone out there has questions about the recruits, feel free to ask. I was fascinated to see which ones had more marks involved in them than the others. I thought they were.
really liked that breakdown you did.
I kind of, yeah. I had to do a lot of math. I got out a calculator and
mathed a
started
lot.
doing math and adding them all together because, yeah. I suddenly got curious on how many marks there were. It's an interesting way to compare them.
Target's shield has failed.
Yeah. I guess I think what the Gamma recruits don't have a lot of marks involved in it, though I guess it's not super shocking. But I mean, like, Temporal Recruit's got a ton. Because there's certain sections as you're,
Head to escape
well, as
route
the
Beta.
player,
Protect the
though you do
refugee
get like
ships.
a big chunk.
So would you say that like Temporal Recruit is the best one to like if you can like the best one to work on first?
We're speeding up the evacuation.
It depends what your goal is.
Neutralized now.
If you need a tier 6 ship, KDF recruit, getting that that T6
there.
ship, it's fairly quick and
Herc
fairly
ship
easy.
Spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there.
It's not a bad ship. It's not my favorite in appearance.
Yeah, it is kind of ugly.
I mean, if you like truck nuts, it might be your thing.
Oh my god. I mean, you're not wrong.
So I guess it would be just a truck nut instead. The things I say when Nikitas is not around.
Stream title: Behold the truck nuts.
I mean,
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
it,
Head to
it, it
escape route Beta. Protect the refugee
it's a
ships.
weird. It's definitely a weird look.
Herc ship spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there.
See, I thought there were more marks in Gamma, but apparently I was completely mistaken.
Maybe the true value is the marks you get along the way.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
I think I'm just gonna have to give up on one known application for whatever reason. I tried starting it up and I started slowing down again.
Target's shields have failed.
I was like, there's more than one way to get to one note.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
Well, here I
Browser
have,
window.
well, I was like, I also have a phone that has.
Herc ship spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Head to
All
escape
right.
route Beta. Protect the refugee ships. That's everyone. We did
Well, that
what
was
we could. Hopefully,
easy.
the Herc swarm will
For those that
focus
didn't, I just sat here and AoE'd. Do I need
On
marks?
level.
Woot. All right. I'll pick some Lucari marks this time. Maybe.
What's that?
Oh, my computer's being old. It is old. Back in its day. Let's see here. Of the marks. Temporal temporal you were getting 2,895 of any marks. Delta you only got 1,800. KDF was only 1,375 and Gamma was 1,310. So temporal has the most marks involved with it. So if you are looking for marks, temple recruits are probably the first place to focus. Apparently it looks like we actually put them in order. Temporal, Delta, KDF, and then Gamma. For where all the marks come from. All right. So, while I'm loading, anything else? Do we have anyone have questions before we
I
move
think
to?
that's all.
Yeah. I was like, I think we're probably done for the night. I know we have some lurkers, but we have 2 people. Do we want to raid somebody with our 2 people, or just call it a night?
Let's just call it a night.
I was like, I always feel weird raiding someone when there's here. I challenge you all to go find someone else to go watch. I believe Ash Said Hi is out there streaming. I think Pirate Scum Gaming was live, JB, but outside of that, it's been a great night.
You all have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time. Have fun, be safe, and don't set yourselves on fire.
Live long and prosper, everybody. Thank you for watching, participating, whatever. Yeah. Listening to us. And we'll catch you Monday, 10 p.m. for Fun Night, or we'll be here again next Thursday, 10 p.m. for the next episode. I may also start streaming on Sunday, 10 p.m., but that will be a World of Warcraft raid and not STO. So, anyway, have a great night, and see you out there. I guess here I'll take that from Nicodemus. He's not here. Ha ha ha. See you. Have a great night,
Up there.
everybody.